Hey, how's it going out there? This is Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy Ricky. We got a couple guests on tonight. Our good friend Jeff and Al.
Yo.
So if you don't know, we talk about Philly sports and craft beer. We're on Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern on the BGSE Network. And we usually start off with some craft beer. Guest goes first. So, Al, you're new to the show. Let's go.
I'm up. So I figured you guys were going IPA early, so I figured I'd change it up. I got a brown ale from Treehouse.
Nice.
Brown ale called Big Bear Coffee. So
nice.
Move it up so you can get in frame a little bit here.
Yo, I got to ask too. Is this a cherry poppin' moment? Was this your first time on the show, or have you been on before?
No, I've never been on, man. This is the first time. I keep asking DeeTer to let me on. He keeps telling me no. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I said no, Al. No,
I get so much better guests than you. You can't come on.
But yeah, man. That Big Bear Coffee, man. Is that the first time having that, or did you have it before?
Yeah, this is the first time I've had the Big Bear, not the coffee, and I gotta say it's great. It's kind of like you're bordering on porter territory with this thing, but I don't mind that. But it drinks a little lighter than like a stout. Obviously, it's a brown ale, but a lot of coffee, a lot of chocolate. It's very roasty. It's really good.
What's the ABV like on that?
I think it's 8.8 or 8.9.
Oh, nice.
That, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
8.8. Yeah.
That's no joke.
Treehouse is usually known for the IPAs, man, but their stouts and their lagers are really good, man.
Yeah, and I will say right before we get to the next beer too is when we were just up there, we had a dark Czech lager that was aged on maple wood spirals, and it was next level. It was unreal. Jeff will tell you about it. He knows.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It was amazing. They just keep up in their game, man. They continue to impress.
Are you up, Jeff? What you got going on?
I got the Evolution of Citra Part 3.
Nice.
First time having this. It's a virgin pot for me, Rick. Sorry. I'll tell you what. I don't think I've ever had a Citra beer that tastes this damn good.
Nice. That is a bold statement, sir.
Like a straight Citra. I mean, it's just got everything.
Is it an IPA or is it a blonde?
Oh no, it's an IPA. This is
okay.
7.2. So might be a little like light for Matt, maybe like almost like an NA beer, but it's for me it's solid.
I was getting things going, and I started drinking this juice machine. I didn't get through it, so I'm on the juice machine still, and it's a classic beer, dude. Anybody goes to Treehouse, yeah, definitely try this out. It's one of their better beers, man. And like, look at the lacing on this glass, dude. It's just insane, dude.
Whoa, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a good beer, man. Juice machine.
So we're gonna go 4 for 4 with the Treehouse, or
and it's funny. Every fucking week I do Treehouse, and the one week I don't. I got a Fidens. I got the vegan this week. I did it because I wanted to have something that had green on the can to start out because with the Eagles. And it just caught my eye, and I've been thinking about it all week because I set aside for a night, and man, this fucking beer, it's got the hop trinity, Citra Galaxy, Nelson, the Wheelhouse ABV 8.5. I mean, this is the T2000, like from the Terminator movies. This is like she's a beaut.
Oh, she's awesome looking, man.
And it's just fucking banging beer, just smooth as silk.
We got our first comment tonight. Terry, hey gang, go Birds.
Who is
that?
Thanks, Terry.
Is that my buddy? Is that T Blunt? Is that
no? It's Terry Smith. Terry Smith.
Oh, sweet, nice. I didn't know if that was my best friend Terry because I'd message him during the week to see if he'd get on the show.
Dude, it'd be awesome to come on.
I know, but I think he's just scared to get on. I don't know if he wants to get in front of camera. I'm like, dude, we're just sitting in my fucking garage. You know what I mean?
Just
drinking beer,
man. That's all. Not too stressful. Here's your boy Greg. Go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds.
But yeah, man, just craft beer and sports. That's how we do it.
I do want to say though, just something what you just said, Rick, which is kind of made me think about it. You're like the Holy Trinity. What'd you say was Citra?
I think I know where you're going with this too. I thought about it when I said it. Citra, Galaxy, and Nelson. Now I think I know what you're going to say.
Mosaic.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say that, dude. I know, but I feel like Nelson has moved ahead of Mosaic now.
I agree. I mean, rightfully so. Honestly, I think it's.
I agree.
For tropical IPAs, I think it's a little better of a hop for my palate, but it's just crazy because I mean, you remember back in the day when we first
Smith, go
drinking, everything was Citra, Mosaic. You would throw in a little
Simcoe. It was like Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe was the Trinity.
Simcoe,
but now you had the New Zealand hops, man. Galaxy, Nelson, Savant. Man, you got a lot of good hops coming in nowadays, man.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful time to be a fan of hops.
Call me an old head. I prefer Mosaic. I'm an old head.
Listen, I don't hate Mosaic. It's still
You know what sold me? I got it was like a few ounces of Mosaic, and I thought I was going to get pulled over. This
so much cannabis.
It's just straight dank. But the cool thing about Mosaic is it's like a chameleon. Depending on where you brew it at, it can change. If it could be really fruity, really earthy, bitter. It could be whatever you want.
That's a great point.
You get blueberry out of it somehow, and then it will taste like weed the next brew. It's crazy.
Well,
I get diesel fuel, and DeeTer always laughs when I say that. But I'm telling, but not in the way of like drinking like gas from a can. It's just it's an off flavor, but it's present because you almost in the nose and taste it kind of melts. It's very mild. It's there. And listen, DeeTer, I know you make fun of me, but I've seen a lot of other people say that too. Like diesel, not in a bad way. But
me and Jeff had a Icarus Mosaic yacht juice, and man, that beer was phenomenal. It was so fresh and so good. Like he just came back from Treehouse. I was like, yeah, man, you gotta try this yacht juice. It was probably one of the best Icarus has done by Mosaic yacht juice. It was a good match, man. But this is what we do. We talk craft beer and sports. Let's hop into some sports.
Anything going on this weekend?
You know what? Did you forget what's on Sunday? The Puppy Bowl.
Oh,
Puppy Bowl Sunday. Yes, Sparky's playing this year.
Oh my god! I was worried about the Flyers on Saturday, but
Oh, I was going to start with the Flyers tonight, right? Or
that was another. They lost it late in the third. They played well, but it's just I don't know. I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but I think the Flyers are at the point this season. Guys, lose games, man. You're not going to do anything in the playoffs, and you probably won't even make it.
Here's my thing, though. This is a good question for you guys. I don't know where you guys stand on this, but it's one of those things that you're right. It's better for them to lose because you want a high draft pick, preferably top 5. We have 7 picks in the top 2 rounds, I think, this year, which they're going to trade.
Good draft. It's a deep draft.
It is a very deep draft. You got a ton of picks. They're not going to take them all. But when you watch the games, you can't root for them to lose.
No, I don't. But when they do, I don't let it bother me a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot less stressful watching now. That's for sure.
It's the same with the Sixers.
Yeah.
And you know me, Matt. You know I watch every Sixers game, and it's just fucking.
I know. And I love the Sixers too, man. And I get messages from this guy. He's like, "Hey, did you see the Sixers game?" I just like some of the games I just can't watch because
it's
heartbreaking, man. It's hard because man. Like once I start watching a win, I want to win, but then they start sitting out Embiid, they start sitting out George. It's just like these guys don't play consistently. So how could you root for a team like that, man?
I know
it's tough.
I'll tell you one better. How can you root for a team owned by Josh Harris? I can't.
Good point.
That kills me. We were talking about this earlier. Just sorry to interrupt you, Rick.
No.
We were talking about this. It's like when you're an owner of a sports team in a city, right? Like, I feel like you have like a civic responsibility to that city. How are you going to be part owner of 2 rival teams, the Devils?
Amen.
And then
actually, the Devils and the Reds. Yeah, 2 rival. You're right. 2 rival teams.
Now we're jumping down this hole that Laurie's going to own.
He said he's not. He said that was a rumor. He said he is not interested in buying the Celtics.
I really, really don't.
Oh, thank God.
I know he's a Boston guy, but I mean, you got.
Yeah, it's like he's officially a Philadelphia guy now, though. I mean, that'd be like John Middleton buying the Cowboys. I'm.
Yeah, I would put like Celtics and maybe the Heat being like our like most contenders. But now without what's the guy from the Heat? He left there, right?
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Butler, man. He went.
But the Sixers did get Butler in a trade. They got Jared Butler yesterday for Reggie Jackson. We gave up Reggie Jackson and a first-round pick for Jared Butler, not Jimmy, and 3 second-round picks. I don't know if it means anything. It's such a low-level move. But they did get
moves this couple weeks, man. It's so strange. Like AD, like he left Lakers and they picked up Luka.
Am I the only one weirded out by that trade? It's like, wait a minute. The Mavericks were just in the NBA Finals last season, and the year before were in the Western Conference. Like, you're really close. Why are you trading a top 3 player in the league for a guy that's older and often injured? Something's rotten in Denmark here. It doesn't add up.
Yeah. What's really crazy too is they only talk to the Lakers,
right?
And other teams were pissed off. They're like, why were we not? You know what I mean? Who just got like someone just traded a couple, maybe an offseason or 2 ago. They got like 5 first-round picks. It's going to come to me at some point, but what they got back it's criminal, and it's like only going to fuel the conspiracy theories that LeBron runs the NBA. So
yes, that is a great point, dude.
Make of that what you will.
Supposedly, they look at Luka kind of like we look at Embiid, but a little differently. So supposedly, Luka's got to have a team set up around him. He's actually overrated. This is according to the scouts, whether you believe them or not. That's the reason that he's trading down for.
That sounds to me, though. I'm not saying you're saying it, Jeff. But that sounds like spin. Like somebody that doesn't want to make the trade look suspicious. It sounds like they're spinning it because that dude is a top. I mean, maybe not top 3. He's a top 5 player in the league.
Top 3 though. You can't be mad at someone that says top 3. But
I wish they would have traded Embiid for Doncic. I would have done it in a New York second.
Yeah.
On the Philly Talk Radio, they were saying that maybe he wasn't getting along or some kind of.
But why not trade the guy he's not getting along with? Would you take Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic? Isn't Luka Doncic only like 27?
20.
He's young.
Yeah, he's young, man.
I have to look it up, but yeah, he might be like 25.
Yeah, he's not that old. And if he's not, I don't know if he wasn't jiving with Kyrie or not. I have no info on that. But he wasn't. I mean, I think I'm keeping Luka.
Now, Mark Cuban wouldn't let him go.
No, you're right. Me and my buddy Bill talked that this morning.
And I heard Durant got moved around too, right? Anybody know?
No.
I thought I heard something like he got traded to. I don't know somewheres, man.
I don't think so. I didn't see Durant got traded, DeeTer. I know was talks, but I don't think he did.
That's what I was just thinking of. It was Durant got traded for like 4 or 5 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Yes. When he got traded, Luka's 25, 27. He's mid-20s. And you get back a crippled AD and throw-ins.
Yeah, good point.
He's complaining that why were we not able – there's some fishing going on there.
Something's rotten in Denmark.
Yeah. There's something wrong there.
Would have liked the weather in LA better. Let's be real. That's it.
A lot of the NBA players, they like going to the destinations, Miami, LA.
But my whole thing that even if it was pushed by Luka behind the scenes, I don't know if it was, but I mean, this is a team that was in the NBA Finals last year and pushed Boston. It was a great series. Wasn't that a 7-game series? I mean, this team is really close. That'd be like Harper being like behind the scenes. I went out of Philly. Like, why?
Rick, this is a league where the players run the goddamn league.
Good point.
Players run the league right now. The
point.
Run the asylum. That's it. That's where we're at right now.
They have the most players.
Can't argue that.
In major sports. That's why they could force trades like crazy. You don't see that really happening in many other places unless you're, the LeBron of another league. It just doesn't happen. But in the NBA, it happens all the time.
Well, one thing I do see that it's in all my years watching sports like all of us, and we watch a lot, I know this. I'm watching the NBA players make more than they've ever made, and they're playing less than they've ever made. That's a recipe for a fucking lockout. Next labor agreement discussions, they're getting locked the fuck out. I guarantee you. The owner's gonna be like, "Look, this is enough, guys. You guys are out of control. You're playing when you want to play. We're paying you fucking $50 million, $60 million a year. We're gonna lock them out."
Like Saquon in the NFL making $10 million because no one values the running back position.
Yeah, good point.
So the Sixers made a trade, right? How's everybody feel about that? Anybody?
It was a very low level. It's not going to make a difference for wins or losses. And the Sixers, honestly, I'm sorry to say this, they're better off losing games at this point. Because guess what? The Sixers pick is outside the top 6 in the first round. They don't get it. It's a stipulation on a trade they made. So if you don't get a top 6 pick, you're not getting a first round pick this year. So more reason to tank this year,
How do you feel about the young talent like Maxey, Oubre? Do you
McCain?
Feel like McCain? No, man, he was awesome too before he got hurt.
Yeah, he probably would have been a shoo-in for Rookie of the Year this year, but
yeah, that's a good point.
I worry about the Embiid poison in the well. I really do. I really worry about that.
I think you might be on to something.
Yeah, I mean, but I think we're kind of stuck with him, right? Because who's going to pick up that contract?
If I was saying if they're keeping him sitting him out all these games to let him get totally healthy to increase his trade value for the offseason, then okay, I'm all for it. And then they'll probably lose even more games, so it's a win-win. And look, get back right now what you can. His trade value will probably never get any better. It is what it is right now. At the offseason, go get what you can get and start building around Maxey and McCain.
I mean, the guy came back from a long injury, had a triple-double.
He did, and then sat out the next game.
Yeah, it's a problem. But
I mean, he's lazy. He's lazy.
Yeah, I think it's also it's a mix between that and then being a 7-footer playing like a point guard with the knee joints of a 7-footer. It's tough. But yeah, I have a little more sympathy for him than I think than most. But I mean, I can't argue either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I feel like he's past his prime. Like, yeah, man, there's some good games that you get out of him, but you're not going to get it all year round. And the Olympics, at the end of the Olympics, he did good, man, but I feel like he got hurt, and then we threw him a big contract, and now we're stuck with this guy that's a little banged up. And I don't think there's going to be much difference holding on to him next year. I really don't think he's going to be so much better than he is right now. I mean, he's still going to be sitting out.
I don't think he can bring him back next year. I don't think he can. I think you got to trade him in the offseason. His trade value is only just going to keep going down. Yeah. And unless you're willing to pay him whatever it is, $850 million a year for the next 4 or 5 years, you got to find a suitor. Somebody will get center hungry. They're like quarterbacks in the NBA. Everybody wants a fucking center. Dallas is grabbing Anthony Davis, so somebody will take him. Just let him get all the way healthy and get what you can. At this point,
agreed. Build around Maxey.
Yeah, I think so too. Oubre is awesome. I like that French guy that they brought in. The French guy. Oh,
Yabusele, dude, is my favorite player, dude. It is a fucking. He's
playing hard, man.
He's Fred Flintstone, dude. He's out there just.
Now, do they move him or do they try and sign him?
I hope they do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of almost up to him a little bit too, so he could.
Yeah, he's on a 1-year deal. Yeah, he's the guy who posterized LeBron twice. He did it in the Olympics and then did it again this year. So just for that reason alone, I'm a fan. But even more than that, the guy's just a hard worker, and he's Philly, even though he's from France.
Agreed.
He's working hard on our star player. Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I went on my second beer because I started a little late with my first beer. And I'm going with the Golden Rose.
Yo, nice beer, dude. Look at you, gangster.
Fancy beer, Golden Rose. Well, I could have had this beer without these guys. These fine gentlemen we're having on the show tonight.
Two of the best dudes in the craft beer world right there. And now, like I said, keep up the homebrew. And if you ever get stuff you want to put out, feel free. I'll bring it in the bar, dude, and we'll sell it. We'll get your guys' name out there.
Yeah, we've been on a little bit of a hiatus since the weather's been crazy, but we're gonna get back in there.
Nice.
Working on a couple things. I think we were thinking about doing a porter. like a little simple vanilla porter kind of thing. But I really want to get our IPA straight. But yeah,
and you know what? That's a great idea, Al. And I know like everybody has their opinions on the IPAs, this and the other, but I will say this: it's a great idea because the IPAs will keep the lights on and the water running, and then you can kind of, you know what I mean? I always kind of hearken to Tonewood, and shout out to Eli, who's an amazing brewer. But he knew, he came over. He's like, okay, I'm going to brew a lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff, but first, you know, I want to keep the lights on. So he brewed Fuego. And because of Fuego, it allowed him, now they do so many different styles and they do them so well. But I think that beer really helped kind of carry them over the threshold when other, you know, places were struggling.
I feel Jersey has a really hard influence on like what beer they're going to bring in because they have no food, right? You can't make food at the brewery. So you have to make a good beer to get your locals in. And people might not like this, but IPAs sell, stouts. Yeah,
I mean, listen, I work in the beer industry on the front lines. Yeah. It's hazy IPAs is not everybody wants to hear that, and that's fine. But that's what's the hot toy on the shelf right now.
No, I think what they need to start doing, get mascots. Like we got Chuck E. Cheese, right? Breweries are the new. I don't know if you guys have been to a brewery lately, but there's more kids than adults, I think.
Oh, yikes. Peter, remember we went to Tonewood for that to see that band, dude? There's like 80 kids. I'm like, dude, it is fucking 9:30 at night, and it's a band. What are you doing? Send your kids home, man. Get a babysitter.
I don't understand it, man. I don't understand. And the millions and millions of watching us, we're sorry, man.
We're not. No, we're not sorry. Don't bring your kids to the brewery.
Get your fermenters. Where's the ball pit? I want to know where the ball pit is. I got to know.
Well, dude, we were at a alternate ending, and they had like a kids movie going on with like a theater for the kids. I was like, man? Oh my god, dude! But hey, man, it kept them, you know, away from the bar at least. That was right. Smart.
All right, I'm going for second beer. All right, so
God, this Golden Rose is so goddamn good, dude. All the rose, fern, so goddamn good.
Rick, look at that.
Yeah.
Peter, is that the 9 or is that a 10? Which one was it? Because we got one that was 9 and one that was 10. Oh, come on.
You might have a better idea of reading that than
9,
I can.
9, okay. All right, 9.
Is it a 9? Yeah, triple.
Rick, your fridge.
9%.
Fridge.
10%, yeah. So what are you getting out of that one, Peter?
Dude, it's I think I like a lot of Citra, really, man. Nice fluffy head, great body. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of oats or
pale
something.
Milky color, like the Troon and the Fide and stuff.
Oh, man, that's.
I gotta say this Citra.
Those Phillies is really good, man.
No cat piss at all on the Evolution.
I think the Evolution series, they kind of went like the first beer was like a pale ale that was kind of like old school Citra, and I think that was kind of the whole idea of it, was like how the breweries.
Now this is.
And if you go by Untappd, like I think it was like Evolution Citra 1 was like 3.8. So I'm assuming it was probably like a West Coast pale ale or something, you know.
It's like a different series, you know what I mean? Like Tired Hands had the little cabin or something like that. I feel like Ferns, like they're like offshoot. It's not like their typical beers. It's like we're gonna make this beer like the tippy top of IPAs. Because the whole first season's platinum, silver, it's all good, dude.
Dude, it's a phenomenal series.
Yeah.
Right. So,
would you want up with Rick? Let's see.
What we got going on?
See if we can guess the beer from the glass.
What's the mastermind got going on?
Oh, King Triple J.
Holy crap, dude!
Is that a fridge? Is that a casual fridge find?
No, I just got this week. This is a. Looks like a January. Wait a minute.
Don't hurt yourself,
dude. It's hard to see out here. It's fucking. It looks like it's not light out here. It's either late I think it's like mid to late January.
Nice. Yeah, they had that on
it smells amazing.
They didn't have cans, but
I'll tell you what, Treehouse. They just keep getting better and better, and they don't rest. They don't rest on the laurels. It would be so easy for them to just cash in on what you got.
They're the gold standard.
Let's dive into some Flyers. How do we feel about the Flyers? I know we said we should. Yeah, Ricky said we should dive. Do we feel like there's a chance, or should we lose? What do you?
I mean, I got the Flyers hat on. I'll dive in.
Right.
Well, we were talking about trades with the Sixers, so the Flyers. They just obviously traded Morgan Frost, Joel Farabee.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was surprised about that. I thought they were two good talents.
I wasn't. Frost is a restricted free agent at the end of the year. I don't know Farabee's contract status.
Dude, Farabee's got 3 years left at $5 million per. They shed a ton of money. I'm not usually a big fan of what the Flyers do front office wise, but that kind of was a good move.
I agree. I think they're both 26 now. I think they kind of are what they are at this point.
Yeah.
I always thought Frost was going to be a late bloomer because he's undersized center. It takes them a little bit longer, but by 26, you should kind of see something.
Yeah, I agree.
He even flashes with Frost, but he's got the talent. It's just he couldn't put it all together. And I think it's a matter of just sending them off, new change of scenery. We get two guys in. Pelletier and I forget the Russian kid's name, but
Kuzmenko.
Kuzmenko, yes, yeah, they were in the press box. They work visa issues and all that stuff, but I think it's another change of scenery for him. So Kuzmenko, his rookie year, he had 70 points, 39 goals.
Yeah, I know. In Vancouver, I know. The guy you're thinking, this guy, I think this guy can either. It's good because you have an option here. If he comes in and plays well, you can sign him and keep him here. I think he played in the same league that Mitch Cobb played in, not at the same time. And if you think he can play, cool, sign him for a lower deal, and let him bring back that 39 or 37 goals of 2023, or if not, he becomes a free agent at the end of the year. You can let him walk and use the money to go sign a free agent.
Yeah, totally agree. And I know clearing up the cap space from Farabee was great too. They signed him after they tried to get ahead of the curve on him, and then he just kind of, I think he had back issues, kind of fell off a cliff, wasn't really producing again. So now they got to go out. They got to get a number one center. I mean, I've never seen in all my years watching the Flyers, this is the worst center depth.
I agree, and I think as much as I can't stand these past 3 years. If anybody watches whatever with Tortorella, I will say this: this coming off season is when the Flyers are pushing their chips in, and I think they go after and make a decent free agent pool there. I think they're going to try to bring some guys in. So.
Yeah, I would say I think they're going to probably offer sheet. This kid out of Dallas called Wyatt Johnston, good player. He's pretty young, so I think he's on the last year of his deal, so he's going to be restricted. They can offer sheet him. Probably have to give up a first or maybe 2 first-round picks depending on his salary. But
and like you said, we have 7 picks in the top 200 this year in a great draft,
and they're not going to keep them all though. They won't keep them all.
Exactly.
How do you feel about Torts? Do you like Torts as a coach, or you think?
I think he's a great coach. I think for what we're trying to do, he's not a good coach. Not for a hard ass.
I agree. I think Torts. I think it was Al that just said. I don't think he's right for this team. I'm not saying. Listen, he's the winningest, I think, North American coach of all time. He's not a bad coach. He knows what he's doing. I just don't think this is the right fit for him. And not say he want to go somewhere else and succeed, but I don't see it happening here. And God, I hope he doesn't fucking chase Mitch Cobb out of town.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think
not.
They're going to move him. I think they'll move him up to the front office, get somebody in. I think they want to kind of instill some defense into these younger guys with him.
Yeah.
But the problem with him though is that if you're trying to, you have all these picks and you're trying to pick high, he kind of is. To me, and personally, I think he's such a good coach. He gets the most out of his teams. And then you overachieve as a team. Now your draft pick's worse. So it's
a good point.
It's a double-edged sword,
Yeah, that's a good point.
What do we got there, Jeff?
We're on that mid-mark here. Let me do some promotions here. So we have Dubby energy drink, all natural energy drink. Promo code Big Game. Hit that QR code there if you're looking for an energy drink. And then we have a Puff Sip Chat. That is a monthly subscription of cigars. If you're into cigars, hit that promo code, Big Game. There you go.
I also want to send a shout out. A couple good friends of mine, Rich and Ling. They own Schwartz and Associates Accounting in South Jersey. If you're a small business, telling you, it's the best accounting firm you're ever going to find. So shout out to them, and please give them your business. You won't be disappointed.
I got three things.
Very good, Jeff.
Three things. Three.
All right.
One.
All right.
Mitchkov, 2 goals tonight. Terry, good call.
So good.
He got to see Ovechkin, who he grew up watching, right? Ovechkin's going
his
for
hero.
Gretzky's record. He scored a goal tonight against us, unfortunately. Yep. But and a third thing, I just opened this the State of Things from Treehouse Brewing. And
nice.
It smells like I just opened a fruit basket.
Is that a quadruple, dude?
No, it's actually smaller. I think 7.9.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different beer. I know Treehouse just put one out that everybody's fucking clamoring about. It's like they call it a quadruple. It's probably makes it 10.3%, which to us is a triple.
I gave Matt one. We had one this weekend. It was fantastic.
It's good.
What is it called?
Yeah.
Follow the Light, I think, right?
Oh, nice. Okay.
Follow it. Yeah. It's good. It's not a quadruple.
I got one in my fridge.
10% a tipper. All right, guys.
No.
9 to 10.
10%, yeah, is a tipper. I think quadruple's 12 and up.
Yeah, like quadruple, that's 12 and up. I mean, that's black stack rules there, man.
Well,
like,
Treehouse also calls, I think, like 9.3% a triple, which, is just pushing it.
Yeah.
That's kind of a double to me. I think,
the rules.
9.
All right, you got.
I don't know what the rules are.
The tipper, and the quipper. All right, there's rules, dude.
I'm a purist.
You know what I mean?
I go back to the Belgian rules, right? Single malt bill, double, triple. Once you get in the 9% range, that's a triple. Quad is 10 and up.
I'm sorry, I thought this was American. It's either or. They're both going to get.
I love some Minnesota beers, man. Black Stack, they do the best, like Tippas and Quippas, man. And 2 of my buddies out there from the Navy and going ice fishing in like fucking 10 degrees weather. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. I could not do that, man.
They're a different breed out there, man. That's some tough people up there.
Yeah, man. 10 degrees ice fishing.
The State of Things is all New Zealand all day. It is
nice.
In your face.
Do they state the hops on the can?
Yeah, we got let's see. We got Matueka,
nice.
Cashmere, Gala, and Nelson.
All right, man. That's pretty like a fruit basket taste, actually. Cashmere.
I can smell it across the room from over here.
Well, I mean, let's dive in some Eagles, right? I mean, that's what it's all about, right? This weekend?
Yeah. Real quick, before we dive into lower level moves, because I'm not going to want to bring this up after the Eagles because it don't matter. Right. But I saw the Phillies made a minor trade for John Hejka, a right-handed pitcher from the Mets. The only reason I bring it up, he's a minor league guy. I don't know. They'll come to spring training probably, but I was kind of surprised to see them, activity with the Mets, but maybe because it's a lower level. And also, I wanted to say this in the beginning. Our show's about fun and joking around and fun, but I got to send a shout out to the 10-year-old kid, Andre Howard, who during the Philly plane crash, this is a 10-year-old kid, covered his little sister to protect her. And he got really fucked up in the process and hurt real bad and put in the hospital. And to protect his sister when that plane crashed because of the debris that flew. Woke up after being in a coma. And first question was, is my sister okay? And the second question was, did I miss the Super Bowl? I really hope the Eagles won. So shout out to Andre Howard. Dude. You're a fucking hero, kid. Listen, mad props to you, kid. I much love to you, man. You deserve every bit of love you get. I get choked up thinking about that kid's a fucking just a hero. And AJ Brown came out and said, hey, I'm coming around after we win the Super Bowl, and I want to come see it. That kid's a hero. So shout out to Andre Howard. I just wanted to put that out there, not to make the show too serious, but I got more respect for that kid than probably anybody I ever met in my life.
Amazing. That's amazing, dude.
So, sorry, I didn't want to take it off that, but go ahead.
No, I was saying we made it to 10:35, and we still haven't mentioned the Super Bowl yet. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I knew, like, I knew you're a big hockey guy. I wanted to get into hockey, and we're all drinking great beers. Wanted to dive into that, but yeah, man, we're gonna have to jump into some Super Bowl talk, right?
Yeah,
some Eagles and Chiefs. I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Is that who they're playing?
Do you count the refs as a second team, or they part of the Chiefs, or what? How do you do that?
It's the Chiefs sideline crew.
Well, Goodell came out and said he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Goodell, I trust every word he says.
He's such an upstanding dude.
Wow. When Troy Aikman says, "Man, we gotta get better," with
live
these
on
refs,
the broadcast.
Dude. Wow, dude,
Yeah.
if that's not a wake up moment right there, dude.
Yeah.
Troy Aikman,
You're getting
holy
called
cow,
to-
dude.
And I kind of am glad that everybody's putting them on blast leading up, because it's like when that fucking whistle starts, hey, everybody's watching, dude. We're waiting for you guys to fucking cheat. So maybe in this game, they're like, well, listen, guys, you can't do it here. Everybody's calling you out. So maybe we get a fair game. Hopefully.
Now, Rick,
I don't
listen,
know, dude.
we were up in near Boston this past weekend. I've never seen so many Go Birds
Nice.
ever up in that area. And you know what it was? It's not that they're Eagles fans.
The Chiefs
They hate the goddamn refs and the Chiefs just as much as, if not more than we do.
Amen.
I had a lot of Navy friends that know I'm an Eagles fan, and they hit me up today like, "Hey, man, go Birds, go Birds!" And I was like, "Wow, that's just a good omen, dude. I feel like a good vibe, man. I hope, man. I hope everything goes well, man.
I think it will, DeeTer. I do.
These damn refs. It's like it's not only the Chiefs, it's the refs too, man.
Yeah.
Well, there's a spotlight on them. There's a spotlight. They got,
And as there should be.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen got a first down twice on 3rd and 4th down, and you had the fucking goal to tell America, nah, that wasn't a first down. You fucking kidding me? Like, and that's the microcosm of it. Trust me, watch the game against the Houston Texans. You know, there
was a play when he was locked and loaded and pointing out the holding, dude. He's like, "Hey, man, there's holding there," and he had to throw it to somewhere else. That is bizarre. I never seen anything like that.
You do know what it is,
dude.
And I don't want to offend America. I'm saying this with preface. You know, I'm a Swiftie. Just kidding. But think about it. That's why they're doing it. Listen, you will already get the NFL fans and the people that are going to watch the Super Bowl anyway, right? That's this segment. But there's a whole segment here that would never watch the Super Bowl until you put Taylor Swift in it. And now you have a whole extra segment that would never watch Super Bowl that's going to watch it now. And guess what? If she dons a fucking Kelsey jersey, boom, skyrocketing money through the roof. So they know it's all a money game for them. It's all it's ever been. And you know what I mean? And they know it. They know if they put the Chiefs in over the Bills in one way, shape, or form, the amount of money that's going to come flowing into them is going to be higher.
You can't put the integrity of the game on the line but I guess they are, right? Everything has a price. What is that price?
You got to think too. What are you going to do about it? You look at the stats, you look at the videos, the compilations, you look at the numbers. I think it was like Mahomes in the playoffs has had like 12 roughing the passer calls. Lamar, Hurts, and I think Allen's probably gotten a couple, but Lamar and Hurts have never had one in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's crazy to me. Like it just doesn't make sense. It's like statistically almost impossible.
Agreed.
So, you look at it and then you want to believe that they won't do something like that, but they're making it tough.
Well, I remember in 2022 when we played the Chiefs 2 years ago. Listen, we're talking about an Eagles defense that had 70 sacks in the regular season. You're talking that is an all-time record. And you're going to tell me in the Super Bowl they didn't have one hurry? They let that team hold on. The holding was blatant. I'm like, they hold on every play. I know they hold on every play, but it was blatant. They didn't call one hold on the Chiefs. You're talking about an Eagles team that had 70 sacks in the regular season. It's like, come on, are you kidding me? You think we don't know what a hold is?
False starts. You got the whole nine. You got it all.
Well, that Super Bowl too, the field was a mess, which hurt us because our pass rush was our biggest weapon. And then, you have that. And, going back to the holding thing, like you got Jalen Carter, got his first hold call for him.
He gets held on every single play.
Yeah, they say they do that for every game record and all that stuff. It's just like, just call consistently. Just be consistent.
Was there a comment? I can barely see it.
Uncle Steve said he saw a bald eagle standing on a frozen lake on his way home today.
It's a sign.
Right at him. He called it fate.
I saw a bald eagle the weekend before the last Super Bowl. We did not win.
Thank you, guys. It's an omen. Oh. Yep. We're gonna make it happen. It's gonna make it happen.
I'll say this: the one encouraging thing I read a stat about that I really like a lot. The Eagles love to run the inside zone run plays with Saquon, and they do it really fucking well. And I looked up the Chiefs against the inside zone run plays, and they're giving up almost like 5 yards a carry on inside zone run plays. So they're going to stack the box early, but I think if you just the Eagles are just going to keep running at them. Just to be like, look, we're going to run.
Barkley lately has been doing pretty good going through the outside, man. Going to the outside is
but you look
at number wise.
Well, you look at Barkley; he runs it well everywhere. I mean, that's how you get 2,000 yards. I mean, but their inside zone run, the Eagles has a high efficiency on that, and the Chiefs' defense against it is not good at all.
Well, we did not have a great player like Saquon last Super Bowl.
He's the missing link. He's the missing link.
Dude, we got a fucking awesome defense. Our defense has been number one all season, dude. Like,
we were solid when we played them the last time. We didn't have a Saquon.
I know.
I
know, but I don't think we're that good as this team. This team is a little bit better on the defense. And
this team, I mean, if you look at numbers statistically wise, ranks up there with the 91 Eagles defense. I mean, they're not just good. They're great. They're like, numbers wise, look at them compared. Remember the 91 team? You had Reggie, Clyde, Seth, you know what I mean? Andre Dirty Wooders, Wes Hoggins, Eric Allen, Byron Evans. I mean, you're talking about the numbers wise, this team is right there with them. And I'm telling you, it's that close. You know what this team reminds me of is that 2000 Ravens team. They had a quarterback. They said, hey, just manage the game. Don't turn the ball over. We're going to run the ball down your throat. Remember, they had Jamal Lewis, who rushed for 2,000 yards and a great defense. They said, we're going to run the ball down your throat, and then we're just going to play good defense, and we're going to beat you fucking 26-16. You know what I mean? A low-scoring game, and we're just going to play old methodical football. And that's the formula we figured out after the bye week when Lane went in with Nick and said, hey, listen, we got to run the fucking ball more. This got to be our identity. Now they're running it, 65% of the time and just letting Jalen Hurts just be a game manager? That's perfect.
What going on? What going on? What going on?
How you feeling about this game, Jake Elliott?
Wouldn't it be some shit? Yeah, wouldn't it be some shit if he hits the game winner, a la Adam Vinatieri, to win the game from 50 yards? I see it in my fucking dreams.
He's still.
I know he's not good from 50 yards this year. I know the numbers, but also he's also the most accurate kicker in playoff history in the NFL.
He's not good from 25 yards this year. He's good from 50.
No. Well, no, over 50. He's struggling this year. But, I mean, if you look at him, I mean, his overall playoff numbers, he's the most accurate kicker of all time in the playoffs. I mean,
here's a question we brought up on the show before. Do you think, like, since we didn't use him in the beginning, that kind of messed him up now? Or do you think
they're like left-handed pitchers, man? They're
quirky. Earlier, and that's why we didn't use them. Yeah,
real quick, too. Speaking of kickers that had little off seasons and struggling this year, Justin Tucker, the best kicker of all time, has anybody been catching up what's going on with him? There's some weird legal shit going on with him right now with the massage shit like Deshaun Watson did.
Yeah, I was about to say he's hanging with Deshaun, I think.
Yeah, he's over in the rubbing tug.
Fucking Christ, man.
What's
up with these dudes, man?
Why massage parlors? What's going on there?
Fuck, dude.
Listen, you were talking Ravens. You don't want to go Ray Lewis that route. Sorry.
Oh, by the way, did anybody else see Zach Ertz hung him up? Shout out to Zach Ertz, best Eagles tight end of all time. He's hung up. He's retiring at the end of the season.
Oh, no, dude. No.
Yeah.
No, come on, man, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, he had a great season this year, man.
It needed to happen. It needed to happen for the Eagles to move on and win a Super Bowl. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
No, I hate seeing
okay.
another jersey.
No, he really did retire.
Yeah, dude,
I'm not joking about that.
He was like
did
crying,
retire. He
man,
retired
and,
yesterday.
Like, oh, that's a shame, man.
No, he had a great career.
Dude, yeah, but I would like to see him back as an Eagle, man. I don't know. Like, he was a good player, man. I know, like, leaving here was tough, dude.
He has the most single season most catches in a season for a tight end ever, and he has one of the greatest Super Bowls ever by a tight end, if not the best.
Yeah, that catch was awesome in the end zone, dude. Like,
the whole Super Bowl. He had an amazing game.
But you're going up against Dallas Goedert. Goddard is a beast, man. That dude's like a fucking tower. So, I mean, and now you have what the hell is his name?
But Calcaterra's a definite number 2, though. He can't block the same. I love him, and I'm not saying there's a shot at him, but he's a good second tight end. He's a good pass catching tight end.
But man, that's a shame that Ertz. I thought Ertz would have a few more years in him, man.
Well, he probably made a bunch of money and said, "Look, I'm going to go, and vacation it with, his hot wife and just enjoy life instead of getting
a head injuries." Wife, that's pretty good. Pretty good on the fella. Hey, have a good life, man. That's a good retirement.
You're always loved in Philly, kid. You're forever a legend here. No matter what happens, you're always a legend here. Man.
Good segue. Al, what are you drinking? I just saw the beer pour.
Hayes.
Oh, is that Hayes?
This guy.
OG, baby. As good as it ever has been. I mean,
nice.
Melon for days.
Yeah.
Here's one that, like, it's. I think it's primarily Simcoe, and I don't think I could ever. I don't think anyone's ever come close to making a Simcoe beer this good. It's just it's close to as perfect a beer as you can get, in my opinion.
Yeah, look at that beer. That beer is beautiful. Give it
I think you make a great point.
Oh my god, look at that beer. That's a nice looking beer right there.
I think Hayes is the top 3 IPA of all time.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better.
I mean, green's pretty popular now. Yeah. Eagles this weekend, man. What's everybody's what are we thinking?
Real quick, too. Just real quick, I wanted to bring up. Did anybody see the Major League Baseball umpire that got fired because he got caught fucking sharing a gambling site with the one professional poker player and betting on baseball? Did anybody else catch that?
Oh man,
yeah. His name is Pat. His name is Pat Hoberg.
Jesus, and like. Dude, there's so many sports apps out there, and like even like the big sports media is getting money from this NFL, MLB, because they have their own apps and stuff.
I don't think legalizing gambling helps sports at all. I don't.
I don't think there was a way around it.
By that I don't listen. Gambling was always going to happen, but let it happen on its own shadows. And now you're, I don't know. I don't think it helped the game. Let's put it that way. All this, everybody's like, oh, the Chiefs have help from the rest. You don't think legalized gambling has anything to do with that? It's not helping the game.
Well, betting on horses was always legal, right? I mean, playing at the casinos was always legal.
Right, so, you're in a casino, but I'm talking about betting on sports. You don't think that has any kind of effect on the officials? Yeah, the NFL officials, DeeTer, the NFL officials are part-time employees. These are part-time employees. They're not even full-time employees. You don't think maybe the guy? Oh wow, I wonder if that didn't reach that spread and 70,000 ended up in your mailbox. I couldn't imagine that happening. Seriously?
Yeah,
I think it'd be naive to think it doesn't have a negative effect on the sport.
Saquon ain't going to the glue factory, right? You got sorry. The refs are getting they have a direct influence on the game. It's not like horse racing or something where you're a third party observer. You are directly influencing that game.
Completely.
I don't see a way around it. is what I was
Wait,
saying.
wait a minute. The way around it was you didn't have to legalize it. That was look, we knew it was there. It was that kind of, okay, yeah, we know it happens, but it happens on the side. Maybe it doesn't influence that much. Maybe here and there. You're starting to see, and our big part of our show tonight was talking about the refs helping the Chiefs. 10 years ago, that didn't happen. It was just, that didn't happen 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, you had the same.
Do you remember the Cowboys in the 90s? People saying the refs are helping them. No.
It happened with the Brady era Patriots, though.
The Flakegate, or what are we talking?
Well, that was different kind of cheating, though. That was like the Flakegate and videotaping had nothing to do with the refs.
I remember I would always get all worked up about, they want Brady and all that stuff. But whether it was, had merit or not is one thing. But what kills me, though, is that it's like I'm okay with legalizing gambling. I think you're an adult. You should be able to do what you want with your money.
Right.
But,
but not about that. But how does it affect the grand scheme of the actual games?
Yeah, I agree. But I think the thing is why are all these leagues allowed to get in bed with these companies? That's the whole thing. They shouldn't advertise FanDuel.
It should be part from the league.
Good point.
No fucking point about it.
Every other commercial, the DraftKings commercial, it's silly.
It's to the point where it's oversaturated.
100%, and it's like, okay, I mean, I'm all for it. Like, I bet on games. I didn't this year, but I was before. But yeah, it's just like you're promoting something that doesn't really need promotion within a league where it can be swayed. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, like back in the day, you used to have cigarette commercials, alcohol commercials. They're all gone, right? Because alcohol and cigarettes are bad. But now you have gambling commercials. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, dude.
And the same thing will eventually happen. What we're talking about now, I don't know when, 5 years, 15 years down the road, the same thing will, it's only going to keep going like a snowball, and it's going to get bigger. You think everybody talking about the refs controlling and helping with the Chiefs too is the end of it? It's just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
Oh, you're Rick. You're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, 100%.
I'm on my third beer.
I'm going on my third beer. This is a good combo. I'm fucking
jalapeno. There we go.
Jalapeno. This is Julius and jalapeno. This is a really good beer.
No, it's green.
I think it's green and jalapeno.
Is it green? Well,
it's called jalapeno, DeeTer.
That's the name.
It's not called Julio Grano. Love this kid.
Well, we better start making predictions sooner.
Well, I got to get a third beer too. Hold on, I'm two in this time. It's a good combo. I am going. You were talking about series.
Oh my god.
I like the Fern series a lot, and I think I think I've had all the Ferns so far except this one. It's a new one. This is called White Fern.
Oh,
White Fern. This guy, dude. Look at this dude.
Oh,
just White Fern. There it is. Look at this guy. Him in his Carhartt jacket. God,
Peter, you know how fucking cold it is in this garage, dude? It's like sitting outside, dude. I'm freezing.
You need this thing.
I can't find my gloves. I would have worn my gloves. I can't find them.
I was at Hollandale ice rink all day today watching the Rams win against St. Steve's, I think. Go Rams. Really nice. But God damn it, every time you're at an ice rink, it's so cold, dude. Didn't you say
the Goudreaus were there?
It was a Goudreau ceremony. The family dropped the puck. It was awesome. It was awesome, man. Maddie and Johnny Goudreau, Gloucester Catholic alumni, great people. And it's such a shame what happened.
It really is, man. That's horrifying, dude. And God bless their family, man. My condolences still. Scariest fucking story I've ever heard.
It was a nice ceremony by the high school and everything, and it was nice to see they got to win. They got to win. Yeah, Rams 6-3. Oh man, they blew them out, and it was nice to see my nephew on the ice.
Nice.
He was doing pretty good, man. He was doing pretty good. So
that's awesome, Rams. Dude.
Go Gloucester Catholic.
Go Spartans.
Cheers to that.
They had a bar, Matt. They had a bar. I heard.
You caught that? Sorry, if anybody didn't catch it, Deptford and Gloucester Catholic were big rivals in high school.
Oh yeah, Hoddell had a nice bar, man. It was pretty cool, man. They had Trogs, Nugget Nectar on tap, a Tonewood, Fuego. It was really neat, man. And then you can watch the kids like play, like you're like on the top area at the bar instead of sitting on the stand.
Was that the one in Washington Township?
Yeah, right.
Oh, nice over by Pizza Italia. Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot, man. Nice.
Yeah. By the way, right near there is Terra Nova.
Oh,
shout out to them.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal spot, dude. Shout out to Terra Nova, South Jersey business that just does fucking great stuff in all they do.
Italian food and like sushi and stuff.
Great weird, sushi man. In a weird way. I know.
Yeah, you think it's like an Italian place, but man, awesome sushi. Pretty good.
That's actually some of the best jambalaya I ever got ever. They do fucking quail too.
I had the jambalaya. It was incredible.
Ruski.
Well, hey man, Eagles are in New Orleans, so jambalaya, right?
Oh, real quick, and I don't want to bring this up because it almost makes me scary. Did you guys see that Jalen Carter and a whole bunch of team are getting really sick right now, and they're hoping they're better by the game? Yeah, it's all over the place. It's all over the media.
I do want to say though, 2018, we had the same reports. We had guys on IVs and everything like that.
Good point. It's a good point. That makes me. I needed to hear that, brother. Thank you, because I'm over there sweating it too. And seriously, I was, but it's happening again. Listen, I don't think the Chiefs are ready for what's about to hit them. Honestly, I don't. Everyone's like, listen, my job and what I do and whatever is to observe, right? I have to observe people. I have to observe body language. I have to observe a lot of stuff, right? And the one thing I've observed over the last 2 weeks about this Chiefs team is all I hear is Pro Bowl glide, three-peat. Hey, the Heat are going to allow us to use the term three-peat. I got a three-peat for you. No, you're not. No, you're not. And no, you're not. Oh, yeah. This team has no idea. Everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the fucking mouth. And that's what's going to happen to the Chiefs. I'm telling you now, this team's over there with the Pro Bowl fucking glide. Like, they already got this. Like, back in the day, people would lose to Mike Tyson because they were already lost before the fight. They already scared themselves and think they couldn't beat them. Well, guess what? We already been in the ring with you. You don't know about to hit you guys.
We were so close last time, man. So close. We're talking about
3 points. Like, 3 points,
dude. Out there. 3 points. Just straight up, we are the better team.
We are the better team.
I mean, I get it. It's Mahomes. You got the stats. You got all this stuff. You got, what is it?
He's wily, man. He's like a wily coyote. He'll trick you, man. He'll trick you.
He's going to turn the ball over 3 times.
I think we're going to, the key is for us not to turn the ball over, obviously. Which
I'll be honest with you, Al. If you look at this Eagles team and in the playoffs, this Eagles team right now is the best team in the playoffs as far as not turning the ball over and forcing turnovers.
Yep. They play violent and fast.
Thank you. Listen, the Chiefs have no idea what's about to hit them. I think they're over there Pro Bowl gliding, sniffing their own. They're sniffing them like, oh, we're going to three-peat. No, you're not. No, you're not. And no, you're not. That's the only three-peat you're going to get this year.
I got to say.
Here Mahomes like saying he's going to make history. His team's going to make history.
No, you're not.
Oh, my God.
Andy Reid's one of the best, like, getting ready for game time coaches of all time.
He's not a good in-game coach.
But he is good at prepping for those games. So I think he's watching every bit of film he can possibly watch.
Yep. Well, and he's also what's he at, an 85% win clip off of a bye week?
Yeah.
So listen, here the things I observed as a sports fan is, yes, you have Andy Reid, one of the single best coaches in NFL history. Andy Reid, who coming off a bye week, I think wins 85% of his games. 3, you have the best player in the league. You have the Michael Jordan in the league. You have Patrick Mahomes. With all that being said, I still think the Eagles win this game. I'm going to do my rundown and synopsis. I don't think they're ready for what's about to hit them. I think the Eagles are going to be the toughest team they've faced this year. Now, with that being said, I do think this is also going to be the Eagles' toughest game of the year. Last week, I called the Washington Detroit game. I said the Eagles are going to blow them out. The week before, I said, "Hey, this Rams team's playing good. They won 10-12. It's going to be a dogfight." Boom, it was. The week before, I said we're going to beat Green Bay handily. We did. This game, it's going to be close. It's going to be a fucking fist fight. But I think the Eagles get a late score to win the game in another epic Super Bowl, just like the 2017-2018 Eagles Super Bowl was.
We're on the same page.
Mahomes and Andy, they're wily people, man. They just know how to win. And
so does Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
We're following the Patriots formula. You just got to go big or go home. I think we're just all offense, all gas, no brakes. That's it. That's the game.
Yeah.
By the way, this White Fern, sorry, just to interrupt. This is fucking next level. Jesus. Ooh.
Where do you put that?
4.85 on Untapped.
What do you put that amongst the other Ferns? Is that the best one?
I think it is. I think it's the best of the Fern. Personally, everybody got their own, but this for me, that's oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had silver. I had red. There was another in there. I think I had
jalapeno. It's pretty good, man. It's a lot better than the other night that I had it. But
spicy.
Yeah, I'm not really getting the spice tonight. The other night I had it really spicy, but. Yeah, man, it's going down smooth.
I think we had it super fresh. It was super, super pungent.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, man. It was like the jalapeno right in your face, man. But nugget nectar, man, the few nugget nectars I had today, so good, dude. Nice. And then I think the double nugget nectar is out, right? So look out for that, man. If you're a local beer drinker, Trogs, nugget nectar, double nectar.
Yeah, great beers, both of them.
Great beers.
Yeah, does that? So I think you all heard my synopsis and my final score. I got the Eagles winning 31-27. I feel like in my mind, what I see the Chiefs up late, 27-24, and the Eagles get a late touchdown by AJ Brown to win the game, 31-27. That's my synopsis. My final. Can everybody else give me theirs?
Who's Andy?
Wow.
Big? Who's Andy?
Who
Big?
the hell is this, dude? Wait a minute. I'm here.
I can't see it. What's it say?
Eagles lost. Sirianni doesn't get an extension, and we draft a new quarterback. Oh my God.
That's crazy talk. I can't buy any of that.
Talk.
Anyway, I got to move on from that. Can I get everybody else's quick synopsis or even the extended synopsis? I just want to hear where everybody's at.
I think we're doing Patriots Part 2, 42-35 Birds.
Nice.
Go big or go home. You're going all offense all day. All gas.
Wow. As Christopher Walken would say, wow. Fuck.
If I had to pick, I'm not going to pick a score. I feel like I jinx if I do. I won't say a score, but I will say I think Chiefs are going to be beating us at halftime. I think Reed, he doesn't adjust well. I think we are a second-half team.
Good point.
I think we're going to beat the shit out of them in the second half, running the ball. And I think I agree with Ricky. I think we're going to win it late. It's going to be close. We're all going to be having heart attacks, but we'll be drinking afterwards.
Oh, I love it! Oh, Al, that's what I'm talking about, killer.
I'm going to go easy, man, because, dude, I don't know, man. This is going to be a rough
Dude, you're scared to death, ain't you?
Yeah.
You're always scared, dude.
The Commanders game. I knew
scared of Commanders. We fucking
no, I knew Commanders, but this one's tough, dude. We're going against Andy Reid. We're going against Mahomes.
This is what's called the Bob Marley redemption song.
We're going against everybody, man. I just don't feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game. I would say Eagles 21, Chiefs 14, man.
I love it.
Wow, okay.
I'll take it.
It's some old school shit right now, boy.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big scoring game, dude.
Okay. Well, it's nice that we're all picking the Eagles because I watched the fucking ESPN broadcast earlier tonight, and every one of them picked the Chiefs, which makes me feel even better because every time they do that, it never ends up that way. So nice.
We kind of care, but fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't want to change it. I don't want everybody to start liking us now. I don't want to be the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Where fuck you. We're going to win and fucking smash you right in the face with it.
Well, so what are you thinking? What's the score wise there, Ricky?
Oh, I already said. I said the Eagles, I feel like late are down 27-24, and we get a touchdown late by A.J. Brown to win it 31-27.
Well, it was a beautiful show tonight. Everybody check us out. Every
Lots
Thursday
of good
night,
beer.
10 p.m. Eastern on the BGSE Network. Like, subscribe, share it out. There you go. A lot of good sports talk and craft beer. Take it easy, guys. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Thanks for letting me on, DeeTer.
Go Birds.
Great having you guys on. Great show. Go Birds!
Awesome show.
Cheers, boys.